Hello there! My name is Ishtari, and I was recording a part for my upcoming log that comes out this Saturday on the new MTX announcement. And it ended up being long enough that it could be its own video. So I've decided to go ahead and do that and upload this as a separate video. I may or may not ramble a little bit, but that's why it goes in Ishtari's Ramblings. Enjoy! First of all, it's like 15 years late, but it's better late than never, I guess, and I am happy to see it. Mod Mohawk did the introduction for the experiments pretty much, and well, I gotta say it's somewhat disappointing that Mod Mohawk didn't have a mohawk. So if you weren't aware, they're going to be running 4 different experiments over the course of 4 months. So an experiment at a time each month. First one is going to be TH Treasure Hunter being disabled entirely. But on the flip side, they're going to be offering stars and knowledge bombs for direct purchase, which... Okay, so first of all, clearly this is a play at them seeing what the risk is and them losing out on treasure hunter money. And it also feels like they're trying to see how much players will tolerate. But I do understand that not everybody is the stereotype of an MMO player. Someone that has just hours and hours to devote to a game, and that will make it faster. So I get it. And at least it only makes the experience faster. You still gotta do the work, at least some work, you know? I don't know that I would have gotten 120 dungeoneering without both bonus XP and double XP. I don't think I could have done it, at least not at this point in time. I would have still been waiting on it. It is a medieval cookie clicker though, and it's got a phone app. So it's not like you need to be just constantly sitting in front of your screen paying attention to it at all times or anything. Most of the time myself, I'm like not focusing on this game at all while I'm playing it. And I think that's probably true for most people who play either RuneScape, old school or this one. But, as I said, I do get it, and perhaps this is a better way of dispersing that as opposed to gambling away a bunch of real-life money on chests where you may or may not get the things that you need. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Treasure Hunter if it didn't have the ability to buy extra keys. That's like my whole issue with Treasure Hunter, to be honest. It just kind of sucks that you're able to buy your way to the top. And it kind of ruins the game experience, game integrity, and all that. I know they're trying to talk and care about that, but being able to directly buy bonus experience and increasing the amount of XP you can get over, time, just without it being a gameplay mechanic doesn't make sense to me. And, it's probably a stretch to ever get a treasure hunter without keys and with no other type of MTX. Maybe it's not, or we'll get to other MTX later, because I do like some MTX. Just not this type. Like, I get it. It's probably a stretch because Jagex wants their money. If you have more players in the first place, though, you don't need all the extra fluff. Yeah, it's an extra revenue stream. I get that. But, if you're gonna care about game integrity, you should care about it all the way. Not half-ass it. Oh, boy. Double XP. So for double XP, they are going to remove the ability to use skilling items like dummies and proteans while it's double XP. August is double XP, and I'm sorry if you heard me bump the mic. truthfully, the biggest issue that I have with double XP is the fact that double XP just comes around too quickly. Yeah, proteins and dummies kind of make things go a whole lot quicker on double XP, I feel like. Or at least it's an easy way of training. But here's the thing, instead of maybe wiping them out entirely or making them purchasable, don't do that, please. Just make it to where you can actually make them yourself in the game, you know? Feed the game mechanics, you know? Stuff already exists, like springs, we had the same problem. It started on Treasure Hunter. Now you can make your own springs. Silver hawk feathers, I think, too. Maybe not on that, but definitely on springs. And you know, if they're serious, heck, that's one way to do it. Just make it to where the player has to actually work, gather the materials to make the items, and then make the items. Right? Let me see what my next building is here, and then we'll get back into talking about it. Because the last one is going to be my favorite topic, actually. This one is kind of a 2-for-1. Both are related to cosmetics. So one of these months, I can't remember which month it is. I didn't notate that one here. I just notated the double XP one. One of the months, it's going to be, I think, the 3rd month, so maybe September, maybe, I don't know. They're going to be dropping a huge amount of cosmetics in the store, which is cool. I actually like cosmetics. Cosmetics are probably the only microtransaction that I actually like. I am okay with cosmetics being in RuneScape and us being able to purchase them with real money or with bonds. And then the month after that, I believe, is going to be the launch of some non-cosmetics worlds. So you'll just be showing up as whatever you're actually wearing. So if you're wearing nothing, you'll be, you know, dressed like this guy, kind of. If you, you know, have your armor on, then you'll be dressed in your armor. Which I don't mind. Personally, I hope that my world doesn't become one of those non-cosmetics worlds. Because, like I said, I actually like cosmetics, and we utilize them a lot in our role-playing. Or at least we did in the past. And, well, now I just like cosmetics. So to me, that's just like, okay, I don't mind that. As long as it doesn't become permanent. Because I like cosmetics. Okay, that's all I really had to say, I guess. I mean, it seems to be a step in the right direction so far. And, you know, maybe there's some still tweaking that needs to be done, perhaps. But it's a good start, even if it's late. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, feel free to do that. If you felt the opposite way, you can do that as well. While you're down there, why not comment or even possibly subscribe? You can also follow me over on X. Until next time, happy games.
Bye, have a great time.